Yo, Hustle Daily, what's up, Hustle Nation? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Ray, Big Play. So, we got a story time on how Rich the Kid, the rapper's girlfriend, beat her up, allegedly. And I don't know why she beat her up, but Tori Brixx is her name. So, we about to get into story time. I got me a Sprite. Bow! Make sure y'all like the video and follow me on Instagram. Let's get it.
Images that I posted were taken back in February of last year when I was assaulted.
And if you wonder what picture she posted, just look on the thumbnail. Her eye is fucked up. You know what I'm talking about?
By Tori Brixx. I was very hesitant to share my story because I knew that it came with me posting my face in the condition that I was in when I was hurt. My attorney has attempted to serve both Tori Brixx and Rich the Kid on multiple attempts. Tori's team was also notified of the legal action that I was taking. However, Monica Payne stated that she wanted to be left out of this ordeal considering Tori is her client. It has been a whole year from this incident and Tori has not taken any accountability or responsibility for all the harm that she's done to me physically. Even after she reached out to me and sent me multiple texts apologizing and also stating that she would cover my medical expenses, she has avoided the entire situation. The trauma that I received to my eye has caused me to experience blurred vision. I also have a swollen optic nerve on my right eye, which is caused by the ciliary body not being able to produce the amount of fluid that it needs to. It has not gotten any better at the moment. My doctor.
Y'all think she wore glasses before this? Y'all let me know in the comments below. If not, this is going good with the story because now she got glasses on. Her vision is blurred, so hell yeah.
Doctor did consult me and said that perhaps a laser surgery treatment might help this. However, that procedure is not covered by my insurance and it is a very costly surgery. Another thing that I'm experiencing is that I currently have a mild wrinkle on my retina and my doctor, he is continuing to monitor it, and if at any moment it gets worse, I will see distorted images. I now want to get into the details of what actually occurred that night and all the events leading up to my assault. So this is quite long, so I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible, but I will be providing a lot of details.
Hey, this is the reason why I don't want to fight no nigga, bro. Like, I ain't got time to. Y'all heard what the fuck Chief Keef said. What I'ma fight for? My chopper drum roll. Like, I don't got time to be fighting and fucking up my handsome looking self. I ain't got time to be fucking around and nah, hell no. I'm gonna pull that thing out on your stupid ass. You feel me? Cause if you think I'm about to be blacked and shit and all of that shit, fucking around with a motherfucker, hell no. You know what I'm talking about? My pistol sitting right there. Right there, you feel me? So fuck that shit, and I carry that bitch everywhere I go. I wasn't really carrying it everywhere I go, like at first, you feel me? But like now, like that bitch is on my hip. Like I don't fucking play. Like I don't give a fuck how hot it is, cold it is, and none of that shit. Cause ain't nobody about to just hell no. Look at her. Well, we can't see her eye, but god damn, she got the motherfucking glasses on and shit now. Oh
Apologize.
Shit.
So Tori invites me to Vegas during Super Bowl weekend. I decide that I would go ahead and purchase my flight and meet her in Vegas. I arrive a little earlier than her. Shortly once she arrives, I notice that she is already on the phone. She seems upset and she is venting to Kiki, who is a hairstylist to Bia. She's venting to Kiki about the fact that she is upset that Bia happened to be in the same studio as Rich the Kid and didn't notify Tori, considering that she thought Bia was her friend. We walk over to the car as there's a driver waiting for us and he takes us to Rich. However, Tori still needed to make a few stops. She had a hair appointment and she also needed to go to CVS to buy a vaginal balance pill. Once she's done with her stops, we then head over to the Bellagio, which is where we were staying, to go get ready. As we're getting ready, we order some room service, and then towards the end, she decides that she wanted to take a piece of a pill that was a drug. It was not the vaginal balance pill. So then we head out and we go to the Maluma concert. From there, we go to dinner, which was at Poppy Steak. We then head over to another event, which was the Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem concert. However, we didn't even make it to the event. We got there too late. So we just walked in, went to the restroom, and we went back to the Sprinter. Everyone's having a good time in the Sprinter. Rich is playing his new song with Kanye West. We're supposed to head to after hours. However, Rich decided that he wanted to go back to the hotel first. So once we head to the hotel, Rich and Tori walk upstairs to the room by themselves. Marshall, myself, and the photographer and 2 other women stayed in the casino area, and we were just kind of waiting. I start to notice a lot of time pass by, and I text Tori. However, I didn't get a response from her. So then I tell Marshall, like, hey, I have a key to the room. Maybe we should just go upstairs and ask them if they're just gonna call it a night or if they're gonna actually go to after hours. Marshall accompanies me. When we get to the room, I notice that they had been fighting. Tori has a visible knot on her forehead. Marshall leaves and she begins to vent to me and starts to tell me how Rich was upset for no reason and that he called her a friendly ass bitch. Their fight goes on for hours to the point where security is called. When security comes, Rich goes to the door and slams it on security and says, "We don't need nothing." Security leaves and the fight still continues. I'm not going to really get into the specifics of that, but at this point, I'm basically tired of just kind of being there and mediating the fight. I'm not getting too involved because when it comes to relationships, especially theirs, it's just too much drama, and I just didn't want to be caught in the middle of it.
Exactly. I told y'all about this before in another video. I do not get involved in dick and pussy games. Like, when a couple is fighting and shit, like, you breaking it up or you going over there to, like, put it like this, nigga, if I see a nigga, we can be at the grocery store, and if I see a nigga just, BOW! Smack his bitch, shut up, bitch! You know what I'm talking about? I am not going over there saying anything. Bitch, you better call the police. I'm not going over there to try to protect you or none of that shit, because guess what? The next day, what are they gonna be doing? Fucking. You feel me? Like, so.
But I just wanted to make sure that as a friend, no one really got hurt or got taken to jail. So I, at this point, am too tired, and I decide that I'm going to grab my things and try to look for a different accommodation. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to seek another accommodation due to the fact that it was Super Bowl weekend. I then go and give Tori a call and ask her if the fight with Rich was over. She said, "Fighting, you dumb bitch," and hangs up. At this point, I'm really confused and thrown because I have been nothing but a good friend, and even to the point when during her fight with Rich, she asked me to safe keep her jewelry and her digital camera, and I did it for her. The fact that, you know, she's like calling me these things and disrespecting me really threw me off. So I knew that it was because obviously she's drunk and she's high. So I gave it a moment, and then I finally walked back into the room and I noticed that both of them are asleep at this point. I went ahead and I changed my flight accommodation because the trip was ruined, and once I finish that, I start to fall asleep. As I'm falling asleep, Rich comes over and he asks me to call his phone. I'm half asleep, so I respond, huh? He's like, "Call my phone." She hit it. So now I'm trying to like look for my phone to call his phone. I'm still fully clothed, laying down with the covers, and she frantically wakes up, And Tori starts yelling, "What are you guys whispering about?" And, I respond, like, he asked me to call his phone. And then she starts yelling, "You're trying to fuck my friend." Mind you, like, we're fully clothed. Like, it's nothing going on. So she's clearly just on one. And she starts to get more aggressive, and she starts to approach me. She's throwing things. And once she starts to approach me, it gets to a point where I tell her, like, back the fuck up. So once I say back the fuck up, then she just proceeds to just punch me. She hits me so hard on my nose, blood just starts gushing out like everywhere. And that's when I'm like, "Stop, you've done enough." And I run over to the bathroom, and you could just hear Rich yelling, like, "Oh, you're crazy. Like, this is why I'm not gonna marry you. Like, look what you did to your best friend." Whatever. At this point, I'm just trying to stop the blood. However, when they were fighting, they had broke the lock on the bathroom. So in order to stop her from coming in, because she started to follow me, I had to put my weight on the door. I just knew I had to get out of there. So I feel my face swelling up, and I knew that we had ice. So I grabbed the rag once I stopped the blood, and I went to grab ice. As I'm grabbing like the ice for my face, I just start to try to gather my things. Rich rushes out of there, grabs his stuff first, and just leaves me there alone with her. So now I'm left there alone with her. I'm trying to get out of there, and she remembers that she had given me her ring, so she asked for it back. And I said, "Listen, I'm not trying to take your stuff. I'm gonna give it to you, but just give me my space." So I'm trying to open my luggage. I clearly have to unlock it. I don't even get to open my luggage fully when she comes and she punches me again on the top of my head. And she's saying things like, "Oh, he doesn't even fuck with you. Like, you're dumb," whatever. At this point, I'm just trying to get away from her because clearly she keeps attacking me. So I finally get to my luggage, and I'm able to just like take her stuff out, put it on the little table, zip it up, and I'm trying to get out of there. As I'm trying to get out of the hotel room, she now starts tugging on my luggage and is not letting me go. She's like, "No, don't go, don't go." And I keep telling her, like, "Hey, I'm gonna miss my flight. I'm gonna miss my flight." She's like, "It doesn't matter. I'll buy you another one. Like, I'll pay for it. It doesn't matter." I was like, "I don't need you to buy me one. I already bought one." So then she's like, "No, because if you leave, you'll never talk to me again."
Yeah, you just beat my ass. Come on.
I finally get a chance to get out of there. I rush to the door. As I'm rushing to the door and about to exit, she comes and slams the door on me and hurts both of my shoulders. I just push my way out of there, and I head down to the lobby. And at this point, my phone's dying, so I have to look for a charger. So once I head down to the lobby, I do run into Rich. He asked me if I'm okay. I just at that moment did not feel like speaking to him, especially because during the entire incident, he really did nothing to help me. And I just feel like, maybe all of this could have been prevented. But that's not my story. That's not what happened. So I proceeded to just get on the next flight back home, and I left around 11 a.m. Once I arrived back to LA, I took a little nap, and then I had to go to the emergency room. My eye was shut, and I had light sensitivity on my other eye, so my partner took me to the hospital, and I basically couldn't even see where I was walking. I had to be guided. So that is the story of how I was assaulted by Tori Brixx and how she's neglected to take accountability.
Ooh. If this happened the exact way she said it happened, drugs. Drugs. The war on drugs. You feel me? Not just like the weed. You feel me? Not just like the smoke. We talking about I don't know. She said she took a pill, so I don't know, man. Drugs is a crazy thing, man. Especially when you live in that type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Rich the Kid is a rapper. You feel me? And I thought they was married though, but I guess he engaged to her. He had a kid by her, or some shit. But it's unfortunate, man. If it happened the way she says it happened. You know what I'm saying? She ain't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, drugs is a motherfucker. Motherfucker wake up and think they, motherfucker be on pills. Wake up and think they see goddamn the Lord Himself. You know what I'm talking about? So you just never know. You know what I'm saying? I don't do drugs. Well, I smoke weed, but I don't do drugs. I don't take pills. I ain't never did an ecstasy pill. I ain't never did shrooms. I ain't never goddamn did whatever the fuck you can think of. I ain't never did that shit. You know, if I ain't did shrooms, you know I ain't did shit else. You know what I'm saying? I had surgery back in the day. I had to do I had Percocets and them shits didn't even work. Like I was like, what the fuck? The fucking pain was still hurting. Like that shit was stupid. So all this shit motherfuckers be rapping about, I be like, and I don't think them bitches was 30s though. I think they was like, they might have been perk 10s. Maybe a 30 is crazy. Oh shit. You feel me? But I know them 10s, they ain't do shit. I was taking 2. That shit still hurted. You feel me? Hurted. My bad. Still hurt. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rock with me, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story time. I appreciate y'all. It's your boy Ray. Big play.